Hey, pal families! It's so good to see you. In today's Coffee with Our Counselor, we are talking to our very own Jenny Sneed, the art educator here at Powell Elementary. I am so excited to have you here for our Coffee with the Counselor. All right. I gotta tell you, I was kind of lazy over spring break, so I'm wondering, do you have any favorite art activities that families could do together over like spring breaks, summer breaks? What are some of your favorite activities?
I think my favorite activities are just things that are easy for people to do and fun for people to do. So right now, chalk, when the weather's really nice, it's so much fun to go outside on the sidewalk and to draw something. And it's really nice for your community because when I'm going for a walk and I see kids have been drawing on the sidewalk, I really, really enjoy that. And it's fun for the whole family. But anything you can do to create. So using what you have at home. I like to build things using like old cereal boxes or recycled materials that you find in the house. So creating like a sculpture like that, or even going out and making a sculpture using like rocks and sticks in nature is a fun way to make art during the summer and spring.
You got me thinking about, I have a neighbor who makes Christmas houses out of old cereal boxes and then like covers them with glitter and paints them. And I think she even sells them on Etsy.
It's a perfect thing to do.
It is. So you could sell your kids' artwork. Speaking of chalk, we have a chalk walk coming up. Tell us more about the chalk walk.
So the chalk walk is on April 2nd. And so far we have about 30 students from Powell signed up. So if you haven't signed up yet, Monday will probably be the last day, but we're going to practice our artwork on Tuesday after school, and then that following Saturday we're going to go downtown to Market Square and make it so hundreds of artists come downtown to make their art, and then tens of thousands of people come to see the artwork. It's an all-day festival, and there's prizes for the winners. Even if you're not making art, it's one of my favorite things to do, just to walk around and see all the great artwork. It's tons of fun.
It's amazing, and they're always so beautiful, so families definitely come out and see what our students have created. It's one of my favorite things. Okay, so speaking of downtown, I love the murals downtown.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any favorite places in Knoxville to visit to see cool art?
I mean, I love Graffiti Alley, so it's right next to Market Square. So if you're down there doing the chalk walk, you should just go into the next little alley, and actually there's two on either side to check that out. And then other murals in Knoxville,
Or just any art, any cool art?
well, the art museum is always free. They have some fantastic kids activities at least once a month on Saturdays, and those are always free, and you get to make really cool stuff and meet really neat people. And then the McClung Gallery, which is at UT, I kind of like it better than the UT Art Museum, or the Knoxville Art Museum. Don't tell anybody that, but it's free, and they have history stuff, which I love history. They have a great Cherokee collection of art, and then they have science stuff. It's really, really fun. And then they have an art gallery as well.
And that's the McClung?
It's on UT campus, and it's always free too. And they also have family activities on Saturdays.
I don't think I've ever been there. So families, maybe I'll see you there.
They have a whole room of Egyptian stuff.
Our kids will love that. I will love that.
Yeah, sarcophagus. It's really nice. And then also, we're having an art show for Powell elementary artists at the Knoxville Museum of Art. So it's going to be April 1st to May 22nd. So our own artists will be hanging up in the museum. So that's cool.
That's so cool. So we have to go see our local artists. Okay, so I'm definitely the struggling artist. I'm definitely like a stick figure kind of girl, and I'm also a perfectionist. So I struggle with art because I get very easily frustrated when it's not coming out the way I want to, or and I also tend to compare myself to other artists. So what tips do you have for our parents who might see that in their own child? Their kiddo's a perfectionist. They get easily frustrated with art. Maybe they want to just give up like me.
Right. And well, actually, a really quick story. Actually, when I started, I didn't make art because my siblings were always really artistic, and we had this big competition, so I was always the book person. But when I went to college, I had to take a fine arts credit, and I literally told the teacher the first day of drawing class, I can't draw a stick figure, and it stressed me out. But she was great to teach that as long as you're trying to create something, that's what matters, and you're not there trying to make the greatest masterpiece in the history of mankind, because it takes years and years and years to develop those skills. As long as you're practicing and learning, it's just like music, just like a sport. Like, as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're learning every time you make something. But it's hard for people that are perfectionists. But I'm kind of a perfectionist too, so that's why I kept doing it until I got to a place where I, started liking my work. Still not always happy. We're our greatest critic, right? But as long as you're creating and enjoying yourself and making like the home a safe space to do that. Like you might sing at home, and you're not trying to be the best singer ever. You're not Beyonce, but as long as you're making...
I am not Beyonce.
I'm definitely not. But as long as you're making your home a place where that's something that's valued, it's the same idea with art as well. Make it something fun. And just like reading, as long as it's something fun that you're doing, then the kids will pick up on that and try to do it on their own too.
That's so cool. I have one piece of my art hanging up, and of course it was when I attempted to paint my dogs.
Hey. And that'll be something you will always treasure, and then you'll remember the experience.
I do remember the experience, so that's good to remember, you guys. We're thinking about the experience, not necessarily the outcome.
Right. And Ira Glass had this really famous quote where he was talking about, we're frustrated when we first start making things because we have good taste and we know what something good looks like and we want to be at that level, but that takes years and years of practice. So that struggle is a good thing. It means hey, I could do better because I see
true.
great
I do
things.
have good taste.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a really good way to put it in perspective. All right. Thank you, Jenny, for visiting with me. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.